was living in sin. I was not right with the Lord. I grew up in a Pentecostal church with my mother. I grew up saying I was saved, believing in Jesus, got baptized at 12, but I never had a personal relationship with him. Okay. So in my dream, I was at my brother-in-law's house. And he's having a family cookout, and there's family and friends there having barbecue on the grill, and everybody's in the front yard and having a wonderful time. It was a beautiful day, sunny, just a beautiful day. But it was like I felt like I was getting overwhelmed. So I go inside the house, and inside his house, at that time where he lived, there was a side door. Where you can go to the side of the house. So that's where I went. I went to the side of the house, and when I was out there just taking a breather, I look up at the sky, and the clouds were racing, and I was like, what is going on? And I was like, wow, this is wild. I've never seen this before. Well, before I knew it, I was forced completely down on my knees. And with my hands out in front of me, and my head was all the way down, forced completely down. And I remember trying to raise up, but the force was so strong, there was no resistance at all. The force was so strong. And it was like I automatically knew what was happening, like communication in my mind. I was being communicated with my mind. And I knew what was happening. I knew that Jesus had came back because I heard a trumpet, which I now know is a trumpet. At that time, I didn't know a trumpet. Even though I grew up in church and whatnot, I wasn't really a Bible reader at all, and stuff like that. And but when I was forced down on my knees, I could not move, and I knew what was happening. I knew Jesus was coming back at that time, and automatically, I was begging. I was begging the Lord for a second chance. I said, Lord, please give me a second chance. Please, God. I was just begging and begging him. And he was just like, Christina, it's too late. It's too late now. And I immediately felt so much sadness, so much sorrow. And I was thinking, my kids are out there in the front yard. You know, my kids and everybody's in the front yard. I'll never see them again. I'll never see them again. And it was just awful. It was so awful because I knew where I was going. I was going to hell. I was going to hell. And it was too late. And then all of a sudden it was like whoosh. And we was in a different place, completely different place. It was like a pure place. I don't know how else to describe it. It wasn't on land. It was not on land. And there was people on the right side where I was at, and there was people on the left side, and there was a path down the middle. And we were still on our knees, and I remember I could see from the corner of my left eye, a man walking with brown sandals on, and you could see his leg. I could see about from the knee down, and he had a white, like a very white robe on. And I knew that was Jesus. I knew it was Jesus. And I've had 2 dreams, and I've never seen Jesus's face. I've never seen his face in the dreams. But I could always see, like, from here down or the knees down. And this, my first dream, it was the knees down. And he was walking down the path and discussing about who's going where. And I knew it was over, though. I knew I was going to hell.